But see, that's the thing too, is if you put a question out there.
Oh, you but you can narrow it down.
I'm moving to Bonita Springs. I need a realtor. And all of a sudden, all 11,000 of us are on there. Me. We'll start with tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I've been with Home Tech for 9 years, and they're a service warranty company that's been here in Southwest Florida for 43.
Wow.
We're an employee-owned company, and we take care of service and repairs for the appliances and AC systems, as well as any plumbing or electrical issues.
Okay.
The difference between us and a national company is that we're right here in Florida, Southwest Florida. We have our own technicians, no subcontractors, and we're available every day of the year, including holidays. If there's an issue with your AC or your refrigerator is down, so we'll be there same day. Personally, I have been coming down here to Southwest Florida since 1988.
Wow.
Lots of changes. My husband actually is from Naples in the 70s when everything was just dirt roads and there was only 2 lanes and 41.
Yeah.
But the changes that we've seen, I'm from Connecticut originally, and we decided to move down here in 2003. So we purchased our lot and we built in Stony Brook.
Oh, wow.
Estero.
Okay.
How I became into Bonita, my in-laws moved to Bonita Bay for many years, and that's where we came to visit all the time. And then coming down here, not having a job, I got into working with Robin Stuckey at the time down here in Bonita, opened up their store in Bonita, and then got my real estate license, and I was a teacher in Bonita. So I have seen the growth here immensely amazing. It's no longer a little fishing town,
right?
That we used to say, let's go to Bonita and drop our boat. And no, it's a wonderful place because it still has the roots from years and years ago as being a survey town. And I know the mayor at that time, Ben Nelson. So it was really nice to see the growth. Being a teacher here in Bonita was also rewarding.
Where did you teach?
I taught elementary here in Bonita, Spring Creek and Bonita Elementary. Then I went to Bonita Middle School and taught there for a while. My kids went there, so it was easier to keep tabs on them. They're boys.
Exactly.
So it was nice to see them in class. Of course, they didn't want to see me, but that's the deal when you have a teacher as a mom.
I couldn't imagine.
Could you imagine? Yeah. I was an American history teacher, so I loved that. I absolutely enjoyed it. But then I moved into Home Tech, and that's been my home since 2015.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Good. Going on 10 years then.
On a 10-year plan, and beyond.
Yeah. So as a realtor, I know a little bit about home warranty companies, but I'm going to ask you some questions.
Sure.
So if you would just explain kind of what a home warranty covers and who would be a good candidate for home warranty.
Anyone who owns a home. How about that?
Yeah.
Since being here in 1981, our founder was from Ohio, and he started down here out of his garage, and him and his wife started the company. The thing about us and a national company, we're right here. So our facility is in Fort Myers, and it's about 43,000 square feet.
Wow.
What it houses is our training center. We train our own technicians. They are not subcontracted, as well as our warehouse. We have an appliance store.
Really?
So our customers have that convenience, as well as an AC company, and our headquarters is there.
Okay.
We go from Marco Island and to all the way to Bradenton and Manatee County, because we have another office up there. So for the national companies, they aren't really able to handle emergencies.
Okay.
Like your AC's down, your refrigerator's down.
Right.
they rely on their subcontractors, where Home Tech has our own. So we're open every day.
Okay.
So we can help them.
So it would be all of your own.
Yes.
So
And it's wonderful because if I have an issue, I go down to the service manager, what's going on? Or I can actually talk to anybody in the company and say, we need to get this done.
Yeah.
You can't do that with a national company.
Right.
And
so what are the things that a home warranty covers? Just pretend like I don't know anything.
Absolutely. We cover the major appliances inside the house as well as the AC system. Anything with plumbing and electric, you can add that.
Okay.
We do pool heaters.
Okay.
We do outside, equipment if they need it, refrigerator, ice machines. So it's basically coverage for the major appliances and your AC system. And it saves you a ton of money. And it basically is peace of mind.
Okay.
And we do rentals, we do property managers, we do realtors, we do anybody. And most of our customers are from referrals.
Okay.
We don't do a lot of the billboards or the advertising, and we don't have to because our referral partners, customers as well, just get the word out. So,
that's great.
Yeah.
So let's say, first of all, how old, what if I have an older home? Can I sign up for a home warranty?
Yes, absolutely. We don't, have a change that we wouldn't cover. The only reason that it wouldn't be a covered item is if we can't find the parts.
Okay.
Or if the repair exceeds the value. Say it's got a 17-year-old dishwasher and that part is $300. We offer through our store, comparable discounts, or you can use that money towards a purchase through another store if you wanted to.
Okay.
So we always give you an option.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had it since I started. I was actually so bizarre. When I went in for the interview, I heard what she was saying, and I looked online, of course. But when she was saying, "Oh, we cover this," now I'm a warranty person.
Yeah.
I just don't like to deal with the inconvenience. And I had purchased new appliances with the warranty included, and I was not happy because they never showed up. They said they would come. I had to wait all day.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really, it was like, but when she said she had covered all the inside equipment, that's your kitchen equipment, your washer dryer, I was like, for how much? So I wanted to sign up right then and there.
Yeah.
And she says, well, do you want to, well, no, how do I do this? How do I get into this program?
Yeah.
But for the convenience of on Sunday when your refrigerator is down and you are losing food and it's just a nightmare, when they come out and service it and get it up and running for you, I mean, you can't beat that.
Right.
Parts are very expensive. Labor's gone very expensive. So getting into the service agreement is very easy, and it's just one.
What about is there a service charge or a deductible?
There's different plans.
Okay.
We don't have deductibles, which is another difference between us and a national company. But we do have different plans to suit the customer's needs or the buyer's needs.
Okay.
We do a gold plan that has no service call fees and includes an AC's maintenance and cleaning once a year. And then we have the silver plan, less expensive, but there's a $99 service call fee each time we come out. So you get to pick. And as a realtor as well, you get to pick, and I reach out to the buyers and let them know that there's other options they can go and upgrade or add. So it's a win-win for everybody. I mean, we have customers over 30 years that have been with us.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a way to help them not have those parts and labor expenses.
Right. What about in Florida here we have a lot of manufactured home 55 plus communities.
We take care of those.
Okay.
We're probably the only ones.
Parts, but
no, I mean our dishwasher. They might have. We cover the AC that's outside.
Okay.
They have maybe smaller equipment, but we cover it, so it's not a problem. We're probably the only ones who do the mobile homes and manufactured homes here. There's a lot of them.
Right.
A lot of communities.
Right. Yeah. That's why I asked the question. And then, of course, my experience being a realtor with the home warranty is always, when I have a buyer, and then, we try
gives
to
them peace of mind,
right?
Yeah.
But what if you're already established in your home? Like I've owned my home for 15 years. Can I just call you
Absolutely.
up and get a home warranty?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's most
Do
of our.
you come out and inspect all of my appliances?
No,
and AC to make sure that
I used to years and years ago.
Okay.
Over 3,000 square feet. It's a larger home. There's a lot more equipment maybe that I might have to come in. I still offer that service to come out and look at their equipment to see what you have. Because a lot of these, especially in Bonita Bay, the larger homes have maybe 3 or 4 AC systems. They don't even know how many they have.
Oh my gosh.
So I will go out and do the whole inventory. Yeah. So that's a service that I do.
Okay. Good. Oh, here's a good question. We do have a storm coming.
I know.
We never know if it's going to hit or not. Almost 2 years to the day of Ian, which was a shocker for everyone down here. But so how does that play into things? If the AC goes out because of the storm,
we will cover it. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been with them 9 years, so I've gone through 2 major storms. Ivan and Ian. I think it's Ivan, wasn't it? I don't know. The other one that destroyed my screens. Yeah. With Ian, that was a major storm for Fort Myers. Yeah. Major. Yeah. And we even went out to Fort Myers Beach. We rented a boat. And if they had electricity, we would get them their AC up. So we go above and beyond that. As long as they have electricity, we'll be out there. We didn't have our phones, our computer systems for 2 weeks at Home Tech. That's never happened before. So we went old school. I mean, literally, we got those technicians. We were using cell phones.
A lot of people did.
And writing down things. Oh. Yeah.
Remember the news? Wink Weather was doing their weather on
with a board. Yeah. Because we've been in business so many years, we knew how to change things for us. But we were the only ones that were able to get out there as soon as we could. And we had the technicians around.
That's great. And that's because you're local.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. I love that story.
I'm a next door nut.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. A lot of it's just I'm looking for a house cleaner. I'm looking for a plumber, deep clean my upholstery. But I'm looking for something more like about the roundabout or, what's going on over here. Does anyone have any idea what kind of bird this is?
I saw that one. Those are the most ugliest birds ever.
Well, and they're invasive. I don't know if I can.
They are invasive. They're ugly and they make such a nuisance.
Ducks. Let's read some of the comments. Anyway, we had a family of these ducks. Somebody just says a duck. A Muscovy duck. Yes, that's what it is. So it's invasive to Florida. And we had a mama that had unbelievable amount of babies, like 25 or something crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And so I live really close to I-75 and I was driving down a road where there's like the sound wall. Mm-hmm. And she lived like in a divot under the wall to protect them. And it was kind of neat because the water would collect there. So it was like their own mini pond. There was like 25 babies and her. And so on our own Facebook page for my neighborhood, people were like, be careful of the ducks. They cross the road. I think somebody read that and did it on purpose, but mama got smashed, like 3 babies got smashed. And then there was one that was injured and they tried to take it to the wildlife preserve. And they did take it, but they said if it would have been any older, they wouldn't take it because it's invasive.
Wow.
Yeah. So
my brother had a real issue with them in his lake behind his house.
Yeah.
They're
everywhere
multiplied.
and they multiply. So that was Sandra in Stony Brook neighborhood. That's our neighbors next door segment.
I actually, because I'm a member of this as because I live in Estero, but I actually send my customers there because they're coming from all over the country and they don't know who to call. And I don't, as a professional, I don't feel comfortable. I say, you go in there, go into nextdoor.com, find your neighborhood. Your neighbors will be more than happy to let you know who is around. Like, property managers, a big one down here, right?
Yeah.
Who are they going to trust?
Right.
And same thing, cleaning people or lawn people, big one.
But see, that's the thing too, is if you put a question out there.
Oh, you but you can narrow it down.
I'm moving to Bonita Springs. I need a realtor. And all of a sudden, all 11,000 of us are on there. Me.
But then you get into the whole argument stage, and I just, swipe left, swipe right. I don't want to see anymore. Yeah. But I'm always looking at it for screens.
Oh, is that the same one?
They're looking for blinds or something, screens, big one too.
Yeah.
Damaged screens, look for that.
Yeah.
I try when they say something about the AC or applying, I know, I give them the option. Give us a call, then you can get the whole feed and say, it's a free for all.
Right.
It is. It's going
It's
down the
almost
rabbit
like
hole.
you need one person from your company to just sit here and monitor next door all day, and
Same thing with Google and Facebook, right?
yeah.
It's
And
like
be
you
like,
are
because you got to be the first one to jump on it.
sure,
I need a housekeeper. Okay, boom.
right.
And first,
So have you ever been to Shangri-La?
oh my gosh, no. And I need to.
Oh my gosh,
This is
Jen.
terrible. And it's been there, since the 1900s?
Oh, it's a fabulous. I went to a wedding there. I'm being here for so many
That's where the
years.
original Bonita Spring is.
Yes.
Yeah. Have
And
you seen the spring?
No.
Okay.
Did you?
No, I'm just curious. Well, my friend and I got in this whole conversation about all these wonderful springs around the state of Florida, when you go up north and anything. And I said, well, what about Bonita Springs? And she goes, is that really a spring? I just thought it was the name of the town.
It was a survey town, so they started here, and it sprang from that. But of course, Bonita is pretty,
beautiful spring.
Beautiful spring, yeah. But Shangri-La is. I've been here so long that it was. The owners didn't do anything with it for so many years.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then they finally said, it's a great venue.
Yeah.
I went to events in there, and it's just very tranquil.
Yeah.
Very much so. So that's a little gem of Bonita Springs.
Right. I definitely got to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Get somebody from Shangri-La, come on the show.
Shangri-La.
Come on the show. All right. Well, I have a little swag for you. I have a little magnet. You can put it on your fridge or on your car.
That's great. Thank you. I could put it on my car?
If it sticks. So we've had issues. We've tested them, and cars are plastic now. So you try to put it on the back hatch, and it.
Yeah, I have a wrap, so I don't know what.
Oh, right.
Yeah, might have to put it in the front to see what that.
Yeah, or you just put it on your fridge.
That's
whatever.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we have that. We have stickers. We have hats. We have shirts. We have all kinds of fun things. And this is the logo that I did myself. So
how long? Just how long have you been here?
Oh, so okay. My story is almost. I think a lot of us, I'll call us old timers, have a similar story.
Right.
My grandparents were down here.
Uh-huh.
So I first came down when I was like 9.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, and dirt roads and cows. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was down here, my in-laws lived in Naples, and I said we came down here for my honeymoon in 1990. And we were going to go to the Edison Museum, and my mother-in-law's like, "You're going all the way to Fort Myers?
Yeah.
Do you know how long that's going to take? Because 41 was only 2 lanes.
Yeah.
And I said, well, it's an adventure. I want to see what's going on up there.
Right.
Yeah, it's still the same. People don't understand. Like I do tours at Home Tech to let them know about us and see the place, and they're like, the Naples people we have to go to Fort Myers?
Yeah, it is.
Far.
It's kind of weird. I know. It's so weird.
But Bonita has changed in such a way, like the, old 41 has just really, they did a fabulous job. They really did.
They really did. Well, and it's still
that roundabout changed everything.
Yeah.
For people to get around and because people didn't understand how to make a right on a red. They were like, what? People are from everywhere.
Yeah,
so they don't know. True. Unless it has a sign, okay to turn right, they're not going to turn right.
Okay.
But that roundabout
I'm the
helps.
opposite. I would turn right unless there's.
I know, right? Me too. Oh my gosh, me too. Well, it didn't say not to.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. Is it better to ask for forgiveness and permission?
But it's unique in the terms that some of those buildings that are still here are from 100 years ago.
Yeah.
I
know. It's just so cool. So cool. Yeah, and everything that they're doing down there, it's just going to continue, and it's going to be really cool. It already is so much cooler than I just remember coming down. What it was 9, 10, 11. We come down every winter for winter break, visit my grandparents.
Wow.
And it seems like, every year I would come down, there would be something new. Oh, funny story. When they built Imperial.
Yes.
I was so lost. And I had made the mistake of turning onto it, not realizing the portion that I turned onto had no turnarounds, no U-turns, no stoplights.
Really?
Like there was a median, it seemed like, for miles. Because as soon as I turned, I'm like, oh crap, I made a wrong turn. I'll just make a left turn and turn around. And I'm driving and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like in hysterical. I'm like, what's going on? I thought he'd just go a block and turn around. No. That's not the way it goes.
So it's so funny. Do you know San Carlos Estates in Bonita?
Yeah.
Okay. So we had, when my kids were small, my kids went to Spring Creek in Bonita. So, mom would take the shortcut. And at that point, you could take this, Imperial didn't exist.
Right.
So I would go down that road, and there was a dirt road behind San Carlos. It was bad. It was like ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. But I'm like, hold on, we got to get to school. And it was the back road, and then all of a sudden when they started to do the Imperial, construction, I'm like, where'd the road go? Where'd the road go? We can't go and cut through. That was just, but we purchased land, coming from Connecticut, we wanted a little more room. So you get into a community where you can pass sugar into the next house, right? That's how close you are. So we already had a 5-year plan that we would get out of that community setting and then get a land. So we purchased a land in Bonita on San Carlos Estates, and it was an 1.25 acres. We were so happy.
Yeah.
Then the downturn happened, and, my husband is in construction, so it was a really big hit, and we lost the land, and that was just devastating because we were going to build our home. We were going to able to be in have that property, but that area has really grown in San Carlos Estates. They got it all paved. They got the sewer system in. That was a big plus. But if anybody, if they want property, that's a wonderful place to find your dream home. Unfortunately, it didn't work for me.
Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I do remember the downturn. I was in real estate in Missouri.
Oh.
And like from 2004 to, of course, 2008. 2008 was just...
Yeah. It hit us first, and then it spread out from there. So I was in real estate in 2013, right when we were coming out of it, which was nice. But before that, I was teaching. So I had to, that was my safeguard for the economy.
Okay. Well,
I think we want to come down to Bonita, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want to, search for a home and have. It is paradise, right? I mean, I don't know. I used to go to the beach so much more. Busy life, everything else, but we take it for granted that it's right there.
Right.
I mean, seriously, we do.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful area, especially Bonita Beach and Barefoot Beach. And you can have your, we go all the way down so we don't have a lot of people. But, docks is getting, right?
Yep.
It's opened, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been open a while.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, back in, I think, October, November of last year. Yeah.
And seeing the sunsets, you'll never...
I know. Well, I'm a huge sunset person. I've always been, no matter where I've lived. And, I lived in Colorado for a few years, too. Wow. And that's the sunset over the mountain range,
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend
Very
lived.
cool.
I went for about 1.5 years ago, and she opened her front door, and she says, "Look, Donna," and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah.
And every night she had a gorgeous sunsets over there.
Yeah, between the mountains and the beach, I don't know.
I know
they're both good. So never gets old.
But my husband's a Pisces, so we always have to be near water.
Yeah, the ever-suffering Pisces. I have a couple of those in my family. Actually, I have one that's going to be a new Pisces as soon as they arrive. We don't know. But so
that's awesome.
It's excited. Yeah. So poor Pisces.
Well, have you been to the flea market?
Which
Bonita?
Okay, the flea market, not the farmer's market. Yeah.
The flamingo?
Yeah. I went a couple months ago, and it's not doing that great, but maybe that's summertime.
It's summertime. Yeah.
Because
I was just there last week.
That were just not.
They don't really, a lot of them take time off during that time. It's so hot in there.
It is, yeah.
But I was just there last week. And believe it or not, if you need a watch repaired, batteries.
Really?
I found my person.
Okay.
$5 a watch. That's incredible.
$5?
$5 to put in a battery. He does the whole. Yeah.
Oh,
I got 5 watches done that were just hanging around my house. And I was like, who's going to be able to do that?
Right.
And he's right in the Flamingo. So just go there. Go there and just, support them because it's really important. And, but they've got a lot of good things in there.
Yeah.
Some unique things too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I love a good flea market. Yeah. That and the farmer's market.
Farmer's market in Bonita Bay?
Yeah. Yeah. The promenade.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good one.
That's another good one. Yeah.
So I got to get up early.
Yeah.
I did find an estate sale company.
Really?
Yeah. So I didn't tell you this either, but
No.
I have another company.
No,
I've got
you
like 3
do?
companies. So not a estate sale, but it ties into that. I have a senior move management company. So I help seniors downsize and move into retirement communities, like the independent living, the assisted living, and all that. Not like the 55 plus, but out of their homes. And then I help them deal with their things. And I know, like in the Midwest, because I started my company in St. Louis and did it there and for a while. And estate sales are huge in the Midwest for whatever reason. And so then down here, I had a real estate client who was going into assisted living, and that kind of like the light bulb went off, and I was like, I just got to throw this together real quick because I already know. I still have my contracts. I have all my paperwork. I got everything saved.
Oh my God, so you're so talented.
Easy. I just filed my LLC and said, let's do it. Let's get it together. And what I found is like there are not estate sales down here and my theory was, well, especially Naples, everybody so wealthy. I don't know, but that's all I could think of because I'm like, I can't find an estate sale company to save my life. And everyone was just like, donate it. We don't care. We don't want the money. We don't want to resell it. We don't want to mess with all that crap. Just donate it. So that's kind of
another thing. Goodwill's down here.
We ended up doing. Oh, I know.
A gem.
I know. It's so crazy.
Gem. Sorry, but
no, it's fine. That's great. But I did in Bonita. I was coming back from the farmer's market and I saw a estate sale sign. I'm like, what? So yeah, I tooled in there. I got the couple that do it, and of course, I think they moved down from the Midwest, and so they did it up there. So same kind of thing. They already had all their systems in place and everything. Nice. They're like, let's go for it here. So so it was good to know too for my business to kind of sync up with.
I inherited a lot of things that I still have in my garage, and I want to just get rid of them.
Yeah,
it's back in the day when everybody had formal dining sets and teapots and silver that nobody uses now. It's like, what do you do with this? I don't want to put it on a tag sale. It's personal attachment, emotional attachment. The cool thing about like my company is we don't have that. So we can come in and do things really quick. We just cleaned out a full garage. Oh my gosh.
Well, interesting story. There were things in the attic. So the home was down near Fort Myers Beach, had been damaged in Hurricane Ian. It was totally gutted and had the sheetrock up, and now they wanted to get it on the market. However, there were things in the garage, which, it was fine. We got rid of all that. But then they said, there's things in the attic of the garage, which I thought,
yeah, how much could there be? Because it's small. No?
It was great. Like we had to, because in the contract I said, just depending on what's up there, there's going to be additional charges and it was more than what was in the garage. We found like 6 bicycles.
What?
How do you get a bicycle in an attic? I don't know.
How do you do that?
But there were 6. Wheelchairs. I mean, big stuff that we had to get through this little space. And, we ended up renting a dumpster and just trashed it all because the man is in assisted living up in Boston. And this house had been vacant since before. He didn't even live there during Ian. Literally, like, I guess called somebody and said, how bad is it? And they're like, it's really bad. So the sister of the owner got in touch with me and wanted all the photo albums. Talk about China. I packed the China. And so I had like 6 boxes of heirlooms that like China cabinet kind of stuff that was saved that the water didn't reach it. So we wrapped all that up and UPS'd it to her.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, I need to, this just happened last week. So I need to follow up with her and make sure she got everything and it wasn't broken, but there's a National Association of Senior Move Managers. And so I know, who knew?
What?
I knew.
That's awesome.
So being a member of that, I get to go to the conference every year. There's an annual conference and they have sessions on like professional packing. And we had a pack off. It was so fun because, most of the people who own senior move management companies are women, probably my age, who have aging parents, and they light bulb goes off and goes, I can make a business out of this because I care about people and I want to help them and things like that. That's how I started.
Dr. Lori? Oh my gosh, go look her up.
Okay.
Dr. Lori on Facebook. She is appraiser. And she does these podcasts.
Okay.
She'll go around in the Goodwill and she'll say, pick this one up. If you see one of these, you pick it up, and helps everybody to start doing their online one. I give everybody kudos to do that. I mean, I've got stuff that I wish I could just put, online, but I just don't have the wherewithal to do that. But a lot of the things that we got from my in-laws are either back in the 60s, it's retro now, it's over 50 years old. So what do you do with it? How do you appraise it? Right. Do you do that?
No, I don't appraise anything. I would outsource that. Like I don't move. So I come in and I pack and I work with the person or the couple that is moving into assisted living. I measure the space. I measure the kitchen cupboards. This is the space that we're downsizing to. This is how much we can take. What's important to you? So we take all that, we pack it up, and then I outsource. The movers come in, they just pick up, drop off, and then we unpack. And so we put all the dishes and coffee cups and everything away, hang up the clock, hook up the TV, and if they have DVR or whatever they have, make the beds, put them, not only assemble them, but put the sheets on and everything. We take all the boxes and all the paperwork out. So when they literally walk into their apartment, it looks we try to get it to look similar. Like we'll take pictures before it's packed and moved. So then we'll be like, oh, well, she had the clock over the TV here. Let's do that again.
Oh my goodness. I never heard that. Yeah. I would love to partner.
And so then of course, now there's still things back at the house. So that's a whole nother animal when you got to go back and then you decide to, family first. And then I don't get involved.
Right.
So if it's fun if there's only like one kid, which there never is.
No.
So then, if you guys are going to argue about it, go over in the corner and it's not my issue. Come back when you've made a decision. But family first, whatever you want. If it needs to be shipped, I've ordered pods. We've packed pods and shipped it to Connecticut or wherever it's going. And then the rest of the stuff, like I said, down here, a lot of it just gets donated because they don't want to deal with it. They want to clear out that house and get it ready to sell.
I gotcha.
Because a lot of people need that money for their assisted living for the rest of their life. So, so it's just a very rewarding company.
That is wild. I mean, I've never heard of that. I think that's a great thing that you guys are doing. Yeah,
stress less, move managers.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Awesome.
That's what I mean. I had like the
You're
logo.
An entrepreneur.
I had the shirts. I had everything. I was like, wow. Why reinvent the wheel? Let's just get it going down here. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you work with these other people that do estate sales?
I just found them. So I haven't worked with them yet, but I definitely am going to keep their information for the next time it comes up. It might not come up for 6 months. I don't know. But if it comes up, I definitely know a local person now that does that. And they do all their own tagging and sorting. When I did it in St. Louis, I did dabble in it a little bit.
It's another
and
entity.
It is so much work.
It's another entity.
It really is so much work. Yeah. So I'm like, I'll just outsource this. And they can give me a percentage or whatever, finder's fee or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I kick myself when I do, because in communities, you'll have, the community does a tag sale, a garage sale, whatever you want to call it down here. The things that you think, it's just $1. Why won't you spend $1? They're like, I'll give you 10 cents.
They barter. I know. What? They do. They barter.
I'll give it away for you know what I mean?
You got to knock it way up. I ask for $20 for a fork, and then they'll say, well, I'll give you $3. Okay, done. You got to mark it way up because they do.
I don't. And that's the thing.
So crazy.
Because then, at the end, you're like, just take it.
Just take it. Just get rid of it.
Take it.
Yeah.
Because who's going to want to
carry
it all back in your garage, right?
Yeah. That's why people get, crafty and they go the second day of the estate sale because now everything's 50, 70% off. So.
I really screwed up on one time, though. It was at the end of the night and I was emptying one of my boxes and I put out the stuff and it was really good crystal. And he says, I'll give you $30 for it. I was like, But then I was like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
That was so stupid. But I was like, well, he's probably going to sell it, an older man. And I was like, he needs it.
You can tell, too. Well, I've been at these sales, and you can tell the people that come in and snake you out of stuff because they're going to flip it right around and put it on eBay or whatever they're going to do. And you're like, But
I one time gave some. Do you remember Lily and Vernon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. They were a catalog company
yeah.
or something. So I had these 2 bowls, Lily and Vernon, and I gave it to Goodwill, right? So I'm where I work, there's a Goodwill right there on Daniels Parkway. So I go in there. First, I go in there and I look at it and I was like, oh my God, those are my bowls. I mean, I'm at Estero. I gave it to Estero and it's all of a sudden it's in Fort Myers. So
yeah.
So I looked online and they were worth $30 each bowl. So I was like, so I said to my friend, I said, could you go buy these for me? I just researched them. So I had to buy my own bowls back because I was like, nobody's going to, it's so stupid. They're still sitting in my garage,
Let me know when you want me to clean out your garage.
I might have to have you there, Jen. My husband's fed up with me. Yeah.
We specialize in garage attics. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You just never know.
One time, it was last year, it was the flea market time, and I said to my brother-in-law at my in-law's house, I said, I'm having a flea market, not flea market, a garage sale. He comes with 3 car loads of my in-law's home, okay, because they had passed. I was like, what is all this? I mean, things that were there for 30 years and never been opened.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm dealing with all the stuff that's in the house now.
Yeah. I'll give you my card.
I will. I'll take it. I'll take it.
The more you know. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, Donna, this has been fun.
Thank
getting
you
to know
so
you.
much.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the Bonita Buzz.
Bonita Buzz.
All things Bonita Springs.
All things Bonita.
Don't you
awesome.
Love it?
Very good.
Rhymes.
I love it.
All right. We'll see you next time on the Bonita Buzz.